welcome to Boom Trust Podcast, where we discuss important topics about neurodevelopmental disorders. Neurodevelopmental disorders are injury emanating from the developing brain or the central nervous system, and the examples of neurodevelopmental disorders include, but are not limited to, cerebral palsy, autism spectrum disorder, dyslexia, ADD, ADHD, among others. Today, we continue featuring a very important guest, Josephine Mwende, a beautiful girl in Nairobi, Kenya, who has defied all the odds of cerebral palsy. And she is the Miss Inclusive Kenya 2024 second runners-up. Today, we are going to hear all about her achievements in life, how she has been able to defy the odds of cerebral palsy and be strong, rise above all the limitations. And she's going to speak and also encourage many other young people, children and youth, who have cerebral palsy. Welcome, Josephine.
Thank you.
It's such a joy once again to have you on this channel.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Once again, my name is Josephine Mwende.
Yes.
A young lady, not that young, but young, who was born with a condition in cerebral palsy. And again, this is just a condition. It is not contagious, neither is it a disease. Yes.
Neither is it a disease. It's just a condition.
Yeah.
And so with that, probably before we go into your achievements, you want to speak a little bit about demystifying, the misperceptions about cerebral palsy, because many people look at cerebral palsy through the lenses of misperception. They look at it as though it is witchcraft, as though it is a payback of sin. It's like it's a bad omen, to the family, or, something you sinned and so God is punishing you for some reason. But you have said, even in the previous episode, you said, this is just a condition. It's not a disease. And I think you can talk a little bit about misperceptions about cerebral palsy.
Thank you so much. So when it comes to this type of condition, most people have different perceptions. That is the negative part of it. There are those who associate cerebral palsy with witchcraft. Those who associate cerebral palsy with is like your parents is being punished because of their sins and all that. And there are those who think that having cerebral palsy is like, they take it like if you have cerebral palsy, then you are not a complete human being, and that is not the truth. Because you see, when a mother is pregnant, they don't even have that menu that they will have a child who has cerebral palsy. So it's like any other pregnancy. The journey is the same, but the only one who knows what you are carrying, I think it's only God. Even the mother herself doesn't know that they will have a child who has cerebral palsy. So I just want to be clear that this is not like a punishment for you to get a child with cerebral palsy, and it does not make that child a lesser being, or it doesn't make them to be treated unfair. They have rights to health, they have rights to live, they have rights to education, and they have rights to make their own decisions despite everything. So their condition does not limit them in any way.
In any way. Awesome, thank you. Their condition does not limit them in any way. They have a right to education, they have a right to health, they have a right to live a full life just like their peers.
Sure.
Thank you. Well, those are powerful nuggets, Josephine. I'm so proud of you. Please tell me, I'm so intrigued. Tell me about, this Miss Inclusive Kenya, 2024, and how you enrolled in all these. And then on top of that, also tell us a little bit more about your other achievements in life. I think you have so much that many young people can learn from.
So concerning the Miss Inclusive Kenya, I just saw are posts in the social media, and because I believe that everything that I need and the change that I want to see has to come from me. I just applied to be among the contestants. I didn't even know that I will come a winner. All I wanted is just to just come out there, be seen, and create that awareness that people with cerebral palsy are just people, they are there, and they can just come and show their abilities, because there is something that people don't know, that we have a lot of abilities, hidden abilities within cerebral palsy and other neurodivergent disabilities that people tend to they don't even tend to look into them. They just focus on the outer abilities, but inside us we have a lot that we can do, provided that we are given the right platforms and we are given the right spaces. We can do marvelous.
And accommodations.
Exactly, we can do marvelous. So I just went ahead, I applied, and to be lucky enough, I was the second runners-up. It was not an easy, I can't say, nothing comes in a silver platter.
No.
You have to just come out and just be you. Just be you all the time, because what I believe in is that nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes me anything in this world unless I step out and go for it.
True.
And that is what I did. And you see, when it comes to persons with cerebral palsy or those with neurodivergent disabilities, people tend to think that we cannot do anything on our own. That is the most perception that people have, that if we have this condition, our parents or maybe our caregiver has to do anything for us, even thinking they have to think on our behalf.
And the voice on your behalf.
Which is
wrong.
It is very wrong. So what I can say in that dimension is that when we talk of leadership, no one will ever think that a person who has cerebral palsy can be a leader in anywhere. Today as we speak, I sit in the board of directors in the APDK, Association for the Physically Disabled of Kenya, as a youth representative.
Awesome.
Yes.
You sit on the board of directors at the APDK.
Yes.
I told you we have a very, very important person on the podcast today. She sits on the board of directors at the APDK as a representative for the youth. And so for the young people in Kenya who have cerebral palsy, here is your representative at the APDK. Awesome.
Thank you. And again, I am the CEO of Ebola Africa Society. Because of Ebola Africa Society. And the reason why I founded this organization is to create awareness about this condition and let the world know that we are there, we are among the communities, and you know, most people don't know about this condition because most of the time we are underrepresented. Nobody gives us those spaces to speak on our behalf, and nobody allows us to come out clearly and also talk on voice out our views, because you see most of the people will think you will waste their time the way you are talking, the way you are taking long to express oneself. Then they will not give you that, they will not give you that opportunity for you to talk and for you to express your views. So I just thought that it is a good idea for me to come up with this organization to help so many people and so many unvoiced voices to be heard all over the world.
Awesome. So this is Ebola African Society.
Yes.
And so where are your offices? If somebody wants right now to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you at Ebola African
Thank
Society?
you so much. We are currently developing our organizations, but you can reach out to me. I live in Mountain View, Wayakiwe, and through my number we can just collaborate and talk more on this condition and other disabilities in large, because I believe disability It's not, when we talk about matters disability, we don't only involve those who have disabilities themselves alone, because this is a club that anyone can join anytime. Because you see, even as people are aging, they will acquire one or another disability, because like now you are able to climb stairs. At your 90s, you will not be having the same energy.
Yeah,
So
to do
that will limit your movement. And you will also need some reasonable accommodation for you to access any building. So when we talk of disability, we are also talking of other. You know, some things you cannot control. They just come. So we include everyone in this, because when we talk about disability, we want everyone to be included and their voices to be heard. Not only just to be heard, but to be effectively and meaningfully heard, and action be taken.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Maybe you can just give an email about Ebola African Society, and people can be able to reach out to you via email. It's much easier that way.
All
Yes.
right. You can reach out to, because it's not that much active, you can just use Josephine Mwende 2013 at gmail.com.
Thank you. Josephine Mwende 2013 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
You have done so much. You are one of the board of directors at APDK. You are the CEO and founder of Ebola African Societies. I love, you know, you are a go-getter and you do it, you move. Oh, may the Lord continue to encourage you. So what will you tell the children and the youth, especially those ones who are neurodivergent and those ones who have cerebral palsy, and maybe they are looking at the society and the society has already spoken into them that they are lesser and nothing much can amount out of them?
Okay, to the youth, or even before I go to the youth, I just want to touch a bit on the environment and our neighbors, as well as the employers out there. You know, when you interact with these children with neurodivergent disabilities, people tend to, as I said earlier, people don't like to get into know them into details or get deeper to know their capabilities. So just like if you are an employer out there, don't judge anyone according to their physical appearance. Get to know their abilities and what they can do best. Because I believe everyone has that one thing that you cannot do. Just them. They can only do it by themselves and not any other person. So give them opportunities, allow them to be themselves. Because if you focus on their abilities, then where will you end up being? So, because you find that most of the people must be using their feet in doing one to be, like I give an example of myself. I don't use my hands, I use my feet in doing everything. So if you look at me and judge me according to how I look or according to my appearance, then you will not be able to get to know me well unless you give me that opportunity to showcase my capabilities.
So you actually use your feet and you're able to do everything with your feet.
Yes.
So you can dress yourself using your feet, you can make phone calls using your feet, you can cook using your feet.
Yes, and I didn't mention to you, I'm a mother of one. I have a boy.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I can do it. Yeah.
Anything. So you are actually a mother and you take care of your child. How old is
we
your
are
son?
7 years now. We are old.
He is 7 years.
Yes.
And again, with that, that's an achievement.
Sure.
Motherhood is something, it's a big achievement.
Sure.
And I celebrate you
Thank
as a mother. And maybe that is just something to speak about, to demystify to the society, because persons who don't have, you know, these conditions tend to think that because you have cerebral palsy, you cannot be a woman, a real woman, you cannot conceive, you cannot carry a pregnancy to full term, you cannot get a healthy baby, you cannot get married, you cannot, but again, Josephine reminded us, this is just but a condition. Having cerebral palsy doesn't make you not to grow up, get your children, get married, run a full family like any other person. And she has just said she has a 7-year-old boy. Please tell us a little bit about the pregnancy. Was it any different simply because you have cerebral palsy? And then even just taking care of this young boy. How, and you're using your feet to do everything. I'm almost tempted to bring a phone. Probably that's the best thing. And then you can show people that actually you are able to do these things
No problem.
and all that.
So my motherhood journey was not different from any other woman. Yeah, but you see the perception that people have out there that if you have cerebral palsy, your child has to have the same condition. You can't give birth to a healthy kid.
Your boy
and all
doesn't
that.
have cerebral palsy.
No, she doesn't have cerebral palsy. And again, you see, the only challenge that I found is when it comes to access to maternal health care and you're a person with cerebral palsy or any other form of disability, there is this discrimination. You are seen as if you, I don't know, you are just having, you find people asking, who did this to you?
Who did
as
this?
if you
As
don't
if-
have a right to have you don't have a right
right to have sex.
sex and also to have a child.
Or as if you don't normally have the same feelings like any other
Just
person.
imagine, they tend to look at us as if we are asexual. We don't have feelings, we are just there like a living thing, which is not true.
You have a right to grow up, to get a boyfriend, and
Yes.
even to get a husband,
Yes.
and enjoy the full conjugal rights like any other person.
Exactly.
Yes, because developing wise, your body develops like any other body.
Sure.
Awesome.
So my motherhood journey was awesome. I cannot complain. The main challenge that even led me to come up with one of its own kind of survey in Kenya. It was the first survey to be done here in Kenya about obstetric violence. This is the mistreatment that people encounter when they are in those labor wards or if you're trying to access maternal health care. Because I remember my time, I went to visit different hospitals before I was finally admitted just because of my condition. And I remember to the second hospital that we went to, I was with my mom by the way, and to this second hospital we went, we found this female nurse. You know, when you see another woman, you get that hope and challenge that, you will get help because she's a woman like you, so she will tend to understand you more. So, but that was not the case. I think she turned my job into sorrow at that particular time. Because when she just saw me, she told us, we don't handle such a people. That's what she said.
Really?
Yes.
And that time you are pregnant?
I was pregnant, I was in labor, and you know how labor pain is.
Yes, and she's saying
Imagine,
they don't handle
now
such
she's
people.
saying we don't handle such a people. You are there, your water is already blocked, you are in pain, you can't even defend yourself in any way. You are just there. So that is the only challenge that I can say people with disabilities encounter, because you see, people don't, they will not treat you like any woman without a disability. So they tend to treat you like a second option. It's like you don't have the right to access that maternal health care. So that was one of the major challenges that I went through. And that is when I decided to be the voice of others, because I believe this is something that happens in daily life in our hospitals, but people are not coming out to talk about it. And that is why I decided to just come out, raise my voice, and also challenge this system to treat every woman like a human being.
Like a human being.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Wow, wow, wow. We have a lot to learn from Josephine Mwende. Josephine will be back again for the third episode, where you are going to talk to us, especially to the society, the medical fraternity, the schools and all that, just to talk to them about inclusivity and being sensitive about persons' feelings, and also how they should be able to create environments that are accommodative and accessible to every person.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to finalize, to the youth out
Yes.
there and
Yes.
fellow persons with neurodivergent disabilities and those with disabilities at large, just focus on yourself. Don't focus on what people say or think about you. The best thing you can do is just to focus. You know, even if you don't have that disability, people will talk. Even if you do what, people will talk. Kama Yesu mwenyewe aliongelelewa, who are you not to be talked about? And again, just focus on yourself. Be you. Remember, you are the best version of yourself. Just be yourself. Just do you, and let no one adjust.
Awesome. Thank you. Let the world adjust.
Yeah.
I love your slogans. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on today's podcast. We'll be right back again with Josephine in another episode. We want you to keep hope alive. Please remember to subscribe and follow us on all our social media handles. I've been your host, Dr. Fidel Adabaraza. Thank you.